The cycle ends here. Must be better than this.
What's up, guys? In this video I want to talk about Cory Barlog. I found an interview once again. In this interview, Cory really explains two things. One, where Odin's true power comes from, and two, the fact that Freya is gonna have a huge part in future God of War games following this storyline. Take a look to this interview and then I'll come back and I'll explain my thoughts fully.
To process that, right? She's still dealing with the fact that Odin is a giant douche, right? And the things that he did to her, right? Because he's the psychological warrior, right? Odin is kind of this character that he's not about punching you in the face, right? He's about, you know, the psychological manipulation of saying, we're gonna get a divorce and I'm gonna make your son choose me, right? How messed up is that? Right? So that everybody has such weird tragedies going on in their life. And to me, I kind of always look at Freya as going into this origin story similar to Kratos'. So what you're experiencing in this game is the origins of this character that I see really growing throughout the genesis of this entire project.
I'll play the full clip as always at the end of my thoughts, but I just want to say this. I love the fact that Cory really puts it as Odin is not about power and strength. If you get into a confrontation with him, I'm sure he's gonna find every way out and come out on top. It's why I believe, for example, if Odin had taken Atreus to Asgard, there's no doubt in my mind that Odin would have turned Atreus against Kratos and for the Aesir, because that's just what he does. Here is another example. One, Thor's mother is actually a giant.
I can't believe Odin and Freya were ever married.
Love and hate are more closely intertwined than you might imagine. For instance, Odin hates the giants and they him. But Thor's own mother was the giantess Fjorgun, one of Odin's great loves.
So Thor's half god and half giant? Weird.
You know, we always known that Odin hates the giants. He hates the giants because they caused his death come Ragnarok. So as soon as the giants frustrated him, like kicking him out and banning him from Jotunheim and putting a spell on him that doesn't allow him to enter the realm even if he wanted to, this frustrated him. And he sent Thor along with his hammer to take out every single giant who lived in Midgard. However, his great love, someone he loves the most, is actually a giant, and he became depressed when they parted ways. So, Thor, being the son of a giant, was manipulated by Odin himself, saying, I know you're part giant, but I'm gonna make you kill all of them. Thor, of course, did that, sharing in Odin's hate for the giants, even though his own mother is a giant. It doesn't make any sense on paper, but when you watch this interview, you can really tell that Odin has the ability to really change people's minds and their perspectives, whether it be with magic or words. The second part of this interview was very brief, but again, when I play the full context, you'll understand why. But Freya is an absolute amazing character, and Cory pretty much said that she has a lot of growth going, and that she actually might return in future games in a very powerful way. He went as far as to call her origin in this game kind of similar to Kratos's, and I love the fact he used the word origin, which means that we're gonna get a lot of character growth when it comes to Freya, and I find that incredibly interesting. You know, Freya was just an amazing character in this game. When she was on her side, she looked at Atreus and thought of Baldur. She just wanted to be a mother. She was very loving, and she knew that her son hated her, but she still kept trying. She still kept going, even as far as to let Baldur harm herself in order for him to live and be happy. That is such amazing character development, and it seems like we have more to come. But that's going to be the end of my thoughts. I'm going to play the full clip to give you the context of the conversation and what Cory was really talking about. I'm going to be out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Deuces.
She's not ready to process that, right? She's still dealing with the fact that Odin is a giant douche, right? And the things that he did to her, right? Because he's the psychological warrior, right? Odin is kind of this character that he's not about punching you in the face, right? He's about, the psychological manipulation of saying, we're going to get a divorce and I'm going to make your son choose me, right? How messed up is that? Right? So that everybody has such weird tragedies going on in their life. And to me, I kind of always look at Freya as going into this origin story similar to Kratos'. So what you're experiencing in this game is the origins of this character that I see really growing throughout the genesis of this entire project. And it's a very interesting way, because like what you were saying, that we went through a lot of crazy stuff in that final battle, because so many people attached to Freya, loved working with Freya. She was such a great character. So to have that thing where it felt like she's an adversary, and then kind of not understanding why she's making the choices that she is, that last line where Atreus says, I don't understand. Why would she let him kill her? That doesn't make any sense, right? And Kratos saying, it's her son. I would do the same for you.
I want to talk about that, because I thought Atreus was such an